Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's latest remarks on the Taiwan question have drawn significant attention across the region, especially on the island of Taiwan. Speaking after a meeting with German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul, Wang Yi outlined what he described as a comprehensive legal and historical foundation that confirms Taiwan's status as part of China. According to the release published by the Chinese Foreign Ministry, Wang Yi emphasized that Taiwan's status has been, in his words, locked in under 7 layers of confirmation. He stated that this framework reflects a series of historical events, legal instruments, and international decisions that form what he called an unequivocal and irreversible conclusion. During the talks, Wang Yi, who is also a member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, reiterated what he described as both the historical realities and the legal basis underpinning China's position on the Taiwan question. The meeting came at a time when cross-Strait tensions continue to influence regional dynamics and when discussions of Taiwan's political status remain prominent in diplomatic exchanges. Wang Yi warned that certain foreign political leaders were attempting to use the Taiwan question in ways Beijing considers provocative. Referring specifically to Japan, Wang said that Tokyo's current leadership was seeking to exploit the issue. He stated that this is completely unacceptable. The phrase, long recognized in Chinese diplomatic communication, carries particular weight. Media outlets in Taiwan noted that historically, Beijing has used the expression sparingly, typically in situations where it intends to signal seriousness and potential consequences. Wang Yi also linked his remarks to the historical context of the Second World War. He noted that this year marks the 80-year anniversary of the victory in the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. Against that backdrop, Wang argued that Japan, as a nation defeated in that conflict, should act with what he described as greater caution. According to Wang, efforts by Japan's current leadership to intervene in the Taiwan question contravene both historical commitments and contemporary diplomatic norms. Wang then outlined the 7 layers of confirmation, which he described as forming the legal and historical chain that establishes Taiwan as part of China. The first layer he referenced was the 1943 Cairo Declaration. That document stated clearly that all territories Japan had taken from China, including Taiwan, were to be restored to China. The second layer is Article 8 of the Potsdam Proclamation, issued in 1945 by China, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union. The article stipulated that the terms of the Cairo Declaration were to be fully implemented. The third layer concerns Japan's unconditional surrender on August 15, 1945. In that surrender, the Japanese emperor committed to fulfilling the obligations set forth in the Potsdam Proclamation. On October 25th of the same year, the Chinese government announced that it was resuming the exercise of sovereignty over Taiwan. A formal ceremony to accept Japan's surrender in Taiwan province within the China Theatre of the Allied Powers was held in Taipei. The fourth layer is the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949. Wang Yi stated that the PRC became the successor state to the Republic of China, with the Central People's Government becoming the only legitimate government representing the whole of China. As a result, he argued the PRC should exercise sovereignty over all Chinese territory, including Taiwan. The fifth layer is United Nations General Assembly Resolution 2758, passed in October 1971. The resolution recognized the PRC as the only legitimate representative of China at the United Nations and expelled the representatives of the Taiwan authorities. Wang Yi said that the UN's official legal opinion affirms that Taiwan is considered a province of China under this framework. The sixth layer is the 1972 Sino-Japanese Joint Statement. In that document, Japan formally recognized the government of the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government of China. The statement records China's declaration that Taiwan is an inalienable part of its territory, alongside Japan's acknowledgement that it understands and respects this position. According to the statement, Japan also committed to fully maintaining its stance in accordance with Article 8 of the Potsdam Proclamation. The seventh and final layer is the 1978 Treaty of Peace and Friendship between China and Japan, which confirmed that the principles outlined in the 1972 joint statement were to be strictly observed. Wang Yi said that these 7 layers together demonstrate the clarity of the international legal and historical record. He argued that the combined documents, treaties, and diplomatic commitments form a complete chain of evidence. Following Wang's remarks, media outlets across Taiwan carried extensive coverage. ET Today highlighted Wang Yi's assertion that Taiwan has been part of China since ancient times. Another major outlet in Taiwan, UDN.com, emphasized his statement that this is completely unacceptable. The report noted that the phrase has historically signaled firmness in China's diplomatic posture and has been used only in situations where Beijing considers the stakes to be especially high. Reactions on the island also focused on political responses from Taiwan's authorities. Xiao Kuang-wei, a spokesperson from the Taiwan region's Foreign Affairs Department, attempted to challenge the interpretation of international documents cited by Wang Yi. However, according to the report, some Taiwanese netizens criticized their own authorities for what they described as weak responses. Comments circulating online accused the Democratic Progressive Party administration of offering what they called empty talk and failing to take practical steps to reduce tensions or improve cross-Strait communication. Some commenters argued that people in Taiwan want stable living conditions and opportunities for future generations and expressed frustration with political messaging they viewed as unproductive. Analysts in mainland China also responded to the developments. Zhu Guilan, an assistant professor at Tsinghua University's Institute of Taiwan Studies, told the Global Times that Wang Yi's remarks form what she described as a complete legal chain grounded in treaty law, state practice, and institutional precedent. According to Zhu, this chain is reinforced by authoritative United Nations documents and long-standing international practice. Zhu said that by challenging the interpretations put forward by Japanese officials and others, China is signaling that any attempt to undermine the 7-layer confirmation amounts to a direct challenge to the outcomes of World War II and internationally recognized principles of justice. She added that the term lock-in, as used by Wang Yi, underscores what Beijing considers the certainty and irreversibility of Taiwan's status. Zhu also commented on the political implications within Taiwan. She said Xiao Kuang-wei's public statements are intended to downplay what she described as the risks associated with actions by Taiwan independence forces. According to Zhu, such messaging aims to shift public attention away from what she called the potential consequences of provocative moves. Across Taiwan, the political discussion quickly expanded. Coverage noted that many Taiwanese citizens continue to express concern about the region's long-term stability. The exchanges between Beijing, Taipei, and Tokyo come at a moment when East Asia's security environment remains sensitive and when major powers are increasingly vocal in articulating their positions. Meanwhile, the Chinese Foreign Ministry continued to highlight what it described as the historical and legal foundation of its position. Its official release stressed that the PRC's understanding of Taiwan's status has been anchored in international agreements dating back to the wartime period, as well as in post-war diplomatic developments. The ministry also emphasized that Japan's obligations under both the Potsdam Proclamation and the subsequent Sino-Japanese joint statement remain relevant. According to the ministry, any deviation from those commitments would undermine the post-war international order that was established collectively by Allied powers. As media discussions unfolded, the reference to the phrase completely unacceptable continued to draw significant attention. In Taiwan's press, analysts reviewed past instances in which Beijing had used the term to deliver firm diplomatic messages. Reports noted that its use in this context was interpreted as signaling that China viewed recent comments from Japan and others as a serious challenge to its fundamental interests. At the same time, some Taiwanese media highlighted that public sentiment on the island remains divided. While some politicians and experts questioned China's framing, other commentators argued that the current political leadership in Taipei should adopt a more practical approach to cross-strait issues. In parallel, the expert commentary from mainland China maintained that Wang Yi's message was aimed at reinforcing what Beijing views as a settled question. According to Zhu Guilan, efforts to refute or reinterpret the documents cited by China represent attempts to distort the historical record. Zhu said that international legal instruments and treaty obligations continue to affirm Beijing's interpretation. She added that China's statement countered what she described as recent wrong remarks from Japan and other foreign actors. In her view, China was signaling that any attempt to challenge the seven-layer confirmation would be considered a provocation to the established outcomes of the Second World War. As discussion of the issue continued in Taiwan, further debate arose over how the island's authorities should respond. Some public comments circulating online suggested that the Democratic Progressive Party administration was not effectively communicating with regional partners. Others argued that political messaging from Taipei lacked clarity at a time when cross-Strait developments demanded careful management. Throughout the coverage, references to the historical documents cited by Wang Yi remained prominent. Analysts reviewed the sequence of wartime declarations, post-war treaties, and diplomatic recognitions that he described as forming the seven layers of confirmation. Across Chinese and Taiwanese media, attention also centered on Wang Yi's linkage of the issue to the anniversary of Japan's wartime defeat. Reports noted that this framing further emphasized Beijing's view that the commitments made at the end of the war continue to carry legal force. As the day progressed, reactions remained active across political, academic, and public circles. While views diverged sharply, the core themes Wang Yi outlined, the seven layers of confirmation, the historical treaties, Japan's obligations, and China's diplomatic position continued to dominate the conversation. The Chinese Foreign Ministry reiterated that discussions of Taiwan's status must be grounded in international documents and historical facts. It added that efforts to reinterpret or selectively apply those documents risk undermining regional stability. With commentary continuing across both sides of the Taiwan Strait, officials, analysts, and media outlets all underscored the centrality of the documents referenced by Wang Yi. Though perspectives differed, the statement from China's foreign minister marked a new moment in the ongoing diplomatic exchanges surrounding the Taiwan question. This remains a developing diplomatic issue closely monitored across the region.